Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I really feel like doing a full face of Lolo. I feel like it's been quite a while since I've done one. I love Lolo, it's one of my favourite brands. I know you guys love it when I do Lolo videos, so I thought let's do it. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please keep on watching. I will say there are two products that I don't have to actually complete a full face of Lolo, so I will use other products, but I'll kind of just do them off camera. It's just brows and mascara, but everything else I have is Lolo. Okay, so we're going to kick off with foundation. So I'm going to take the cream foundation to begin with. I have my own shade Cotton. This is one that I'm trying to get used up so I can purchase a new foundation, and I'm not far off. So I'm going to use this one first, and I'm using a Luxie 534 Angled Top Buffer. So actually the brushes, some of the brushes won't be Lolo either. Don't think I've got quite enough brushes for my full face, so I'll use other brushes as well. Yep, I'm going to pop this all over. A nice even coverage of this. I'm going to go for maybe like a light to medium-ish coverage, although probably more to medium when I layer the other foundation on top. Okay, then I'm actually going to go over the top to kind of set, because I don't have a powder. I know they do a mineral one and they do a pressed one. I've definitely not tried the pressed powder from Lolo, and I can't remember if I've tried the mineral one. If I did, it'd be right when I tried this brand, what, 7 years ago, so I can't quite remember, but I'm going to use the mineral foundation just to do a light setting, and this is in the shade Blondie, and yeah, this is my favourite foundation. And I am going to use a Lolo kabuki brush for this, so I haven't got too much in the lid, because I don't necessarily want to add too much more coverage. Like I said, it's more just to help set that cream foundation. Next I'm going to go in foundation. So I've got the mineral foundation, and I have mine in the shade Blondie as well, which actually, because I usually go Belly Beige with this, they didn't have it so I went Blondie, but actually Blondie in the concealer is lighter than Blondie the foundation. So don't necessarily match. If you pick up the mineral foundation, don't necessarily match the shade in terms of names to the concealer. They aren't quite the same, as I've discovered. I'd say Barely Beige, which is what I usually get, matches that foundation more. This actually is slightly lighter, like I said, so it does give a bit more of a brightening effect, which I do quite like. But I just thought, yeah, just something to be mindful of. As you can see, it's not majorly noticeable, it's quite subtle, but it is ever so light, slightly lighter than the matching foundation. But that actually could be intentional, potentially. And I'm using the Real Techniques setting brush, which is what I tend to always use, to be fair, with this concealer. Yeah, so you can definitely see it's given a slight lighter, brighter appearance just to the centre of my face. Next up is actually a product from last week's video, and I thought actually I'd quite fancy playing with it again. So it's the Lolo Sculpt and Glow Contour Kit. As I said multiple times, I find this a bit too warm for me for sculpting, plus I don't like to contour, so this works better for me as a bronzer. So I'm going to take it with my powder brush from Lolo and just do a little bit of bronzing, not too heavy, because as we do get to more winter, which I guess we kind of almost are in winter, I do tend to focus more on blush than I would bronzer. Okay, onto blusher. I'm going to go back to the cream products. So I'm going to go with the Lip to Cheek tint in Poppy. It's a gorgeous kind of corally colour. And as you know, as I discovered in the summer, that cream products sit very nicely on top of this mineral foundation, which makes me very happy because I can combine my favourite kind of foundation, which is the mineral one, with my favourite kind of cheek products, which do tend to be on the cream side. So luckily I can get away with both. And actually having the mineral foundation underneath means the cream blusher and stuff holds and lasts much better throughout the day. So I just use stippling motions. That will just help prevent movement of the powder underneath as well. Okay, next up for a bit of glow, we're going to go in with Afterglow, their cream illuminator. I'm just going to use my fingers for this and just gently pat onto the top of my cheekbones. Nice glow. I do love this product actually. And actually getting this product in the summer kind of made me start wearing highlighter a little bit again, because for a while I wasn't really using it. I was just kind of relying on the natural glow like a cream blusher would give to my cheeks. But this has made me fall back in love with highlighter again. I like it because it's not like, I think my days of the super intense highlighter have gone. I like the kind of this one where it's a nice touch of a glow, so it looks quite natural. There's no shimmer, no glitter. So yeah, I really like it. So as I mentioned, I've got no brow products, so I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows and then back to do the eyes. Okay, so onto eyes. I've got the Lolo eye primer, which is the primer I use every day pretty much. And just using the concealer brush from All Techniques just to pop that on. Okay, so for the actual eyeshadows, because I used the palette that I've got not too long ago, I've got some individuals here. So I've got 2 mattes and 2 shimmers, and I have to apologise because the 2 shimmers, I'm pretty sure are from some of their limited edition Christmas collections I picked up from. But when you see the shades, I'm almost certain they've got like dupes in their kind of standard collection, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. So I'm going to start off with the mattes. So starting off with the shade Mud Pie, which is quite a nice neutral medium brown. I'm going to use a Bdellium Tools brush for this, fluffy brush. I've just got some in the cap. Swirl my brush around in there and tap off the excess. So I'm going to start this on the outer portion and bring into the crease. Start building this up. And if you make sure you really swirl around the cap and tap off, you shouldn't have any issue with fallout with these, I find. With shimmers I do prefer going in with my finger. Just I think they kind of perform better when you've got something to kind of grip with. For the mattes, they work perfectly well with a brush. I mean, if you wanted a light shimmer, then a brush would be better, but if you want a bit more of a punch, definitely go with your finger. And I apologise if you can hear noise in the background. Jamie's making brownies currently, and I can hear the mixer going off. I'm actually going to run whatever's left along my lower lash line too, but very carefully. Now I am going to tidy up the shade because I realise it looks quite messy right now, and that's when I'm going to go in with soft brown. So yeah, it's a slightly lighter shade. I'm going to take a different brush for this. I've got a blank canvas brush here. And use that just to buff out those edges. Okay, onto the 2 shimmers. I'm now taking the shade Chocolate Martini, which is a gorgeous like brown, dark brown shimmer shade. Like I said, I prefer my fingers when it comes to the shimmers. I think they just perform much better. So with it, oh, here we go. This is just going to go on the outer 2/3, I'd say. I'm going to bring it actually 2/3 across. I will take a brush to blend it out in a second, but for now, I'm just going to pack. Oh, but that's gorgeous. Just use that just to soften these edges slightly. whilst I've got that, I'm going to take a pencil brush, pick up a little bit of chocolate martini, and I'm going to pop this along the lower lash line. Again, kind of bring it 2/3 of the way in, so we have quite a smoky eye. The final shimmer I've got is Glass Slipper. So it's very much like a champagne-y colour, which again, I think in their like regular range, I say regular range, but like the permanent range, there is something very similar to this. Again, finger, and I'm making me focus this right on this inner portion. Oh, it's a gorgeous shade. Oh, that's pretty. Now, has anyone been to see Wicked yet? I've gone to see it, and I was very dubious about doing it. My sister really wanted to go, so she invited me and Jamie along. We went actually on the day it kind of came out in the evening. And I was very dubious because, like, Wicked is one of our... Well, at least certainly for me, it's definitely my top 5 musicals. I've been able to see it quite a few times. Jamie's never seen it, so he hasn't seen the musical or anything, so I was like, I kind of wish I took him to the musical first, but like me, Pate, my sister, and brother-in-law have all been to see it a few times, and we really love the musical. So we were a bit dubious about going to see it, but actually, I thought it was really good. They didn't mess with the story too much, and obviously it's a bit longer than the musical itself, but it went by really quickly, I thought, and they didn't tamper with it too much, and I thought it was actually, I was very surprised with how good it was. Done. So the other product, like I said, I don't have is mascara from Lolo. If I did, it would be the Big Lash, that's my favourite. So I'm going to quickly load up my lashes and then we'll be back to do lips. Eyes done, onto lips. So I'm going to keep it obviously quite nude. I think that'd be the best option for this eye look. So lip liner is Soft Nude from Lolo. It's teeny tiny. Then I'm going to go in with their lipstick in Demure. It's just a nice nude lipstick. And then I'm going to top it off with a bit of gloss, and this is theirs in Peachy Keen. Okay, and that is the video complete. So a classic kind of smoky eye, but I realised I hadn't done a full face of Lolo for a while. I hadn't actually played with them in our eyeshadows for quite some time as well, so I wanted to crack those ones out and have a little play. So this is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favourite Lolo product is, and also let me know what your least favourite Lolo product is, because I'm intrigued to know. Mine, at the moment, it's definitely the mineral foundation is my favourite. Least favourite was probably the cream concealer that I tried. I want to say it's last year I tried that one. That was probably my least favourite so far that I've tried. But yeah, this is the face done. Please leave any requests for future videos down below, any comments, any questions, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one.